Hello, I'm Dr. Sue Morter from Morter Institute, bridging science, spirit, and human possibility. For over 30 years, I've been teaching healthcare practitioners, patients, and students integrative approaches to wellness based in quantum science and energy medicine. The impetus of shame or guilt in our culture are how incredibly externally oriented we are with ideas and images of body image and what we should look like as people in our culture. So if someone is shaped differently than how Hollywood portrays that we should look, it automatically starts to establish this I am lesser than, or I am not that. And shame starts to come into the picture as a vibrational frequency within the system. Again, withholding myself from belonging, separating myself. All of these ideas come because we're externally orienting our focus. We're measuring something to the outside world. And the irony of this is the outside world is actually a reflection of our own full acceptance and our own consciousness. If I am not accepting of myself, then I will find myself in all kinds of circumstances that are not accepting of me. And I perceive it as such and validate this illusion that I'm not enough by constantly surrounding myself with people who are judgmental, or perhaps even just interpreting their actions as judgmental toward me. All of which is cultivating this illusion that I am something to be ashamed of and to feel guilty about. If an individual is engaging in things as an adult or a young adult that they know they shouldn't be doing, maybe they're lying, maybe they're stealing, maybe they're doing something as an act to try to be better than who they think they are, it will further impact these layers upon layers of guilt and shame that are cultivating inside this energy system, and this individual continues to live trying to outrun that particular vibrational frequency in their system. So they do those things even more, or they get better at doing them so that they don't get caught or don't get found out or don't get seen. We constantly live with a fear that someone's going to discover the truth of who we are. And we have a very challenging time believing that the truth of who we are is based in goodness. And the truth of who we are is absolutely based in goodness. And underneath every layer that we have piled on top that is causing so much pain, there is a flowing, generous, full, abundant, whole, and healthy being. We just have to learn how to get to that version of ourselves so that we can begin to heal ways of being, limitations in intimacy and relationship, limitations in experiencing life as an abundant possibility, and begin to sense and feel a real sense of self that we've never had since we started pocketing portions of ourself away and landing ourselves in a state of denial, procrastination, and dysfunction of some sort. I hope this conversation has been helpful for you today, and if you find yourself procrastinating or in denial on certain things, defensive is one that certainly shows up easily for us. If you have a hard time focusing, you get distracted, or your cognitive functions just aren't staying on track, then perhaps some of these things are happening with you. And the beautiful thing about this work is that it allows you to get underneath the stories about why all that might be happening and where it started, etc., and just begin to work with the raw energy underneath in a very private manner. The beauty of that is you get to create circuitry for healing, and things begin to change, and it happens almost as if you weren't focusing on the problem, but rather focusing on the solution. If you'd like to engage in learning techniques to help further that capacity within yourself, visit drsuemorter.com. We look forward to helping you.